What's going on, y'all? Uh, we living in a society where people taking shit for granted. We got women sitting up here on this platform complaining that they can't find good men. But all the great men are telling these ladies how to achieve them and how to obtain them. First of all, it's your attitude, ma'am. Yeah, it's pretty much your attitude. A lot of y'all women don't think that your attitude is what's causing you to stay single. And actually it is. It's a lot of gentlemen out here that truly respect women, regardless of what you see on social media and all that other nonsense. Regardless of it. It's men that actually respect women. What we are doing as men right now, since we can't talk to y'all and we can't tell y'all anything, is we just being mirrors to what y'all really displaying out here. We tell y'all all the time, we love women in their natural essence. Y'all tell us that we don't. Y'all tell us that we supposed to like the BBL and we supposed to like the hair weave and the baby lashes and all of this other nonsense. We tell you all the time that we don't like to see women out here in promiscuous wear. Y'all still wear it anyway. Tell us to mind our business, shut the fuck up. But you tell us that it's for us. I don't understand it. Because if it's for us, then why do you need the approval of another woman? Huh? Why you need the approval of another woman when it's us that you trying to impress? Now, with that being said, it's obviously a miscommunication on who it is and what it is y'all trying to do, ladies. It's a very big miscommunication on this. So, with this being said, all I'm trying to do on my platforms is help y'all. For the women and the ladies, I'm trying to help y'all decipher and see the bitches and the hoes for who they are. That's all I'm trying to do. Get y'all to see who the bitches and the hoes is. Because the real men, we don't want the bitches and the hoes. We never did. We played with them. We got to understand what a bitch and a hoe really is by interacting with them. But we never wanted them. And we showed that. Because we wound up looking for a motherfucker like you. Now, once you figure out the difference between the bitch and the hoe, you're going to start carrying yourself a lot different, young ladies. Straight up. You're going to start moving different. You're going to start hanging in different areas. You're going to start hanging with different people. You honestly will. You'll start attracting a different group of men. You'll start attracting men that's not just looking at you for your virtuous nature, but men that's looking at you for the fact of the matter you got intelligence. The fact of the matter that you obedient. See, your intelligence and your obedience is what's going to help him out in protecting and providing for you. And that's just the honest to God truth. If you want a man to protect and provide for you, you got to learn how to listen to that man. You telling a man he don't know how to lead because you want to go this way, well, maybe this ain't the way that's meant for that man in order to lead you and the rest of the family. Maybe your vision of what you see, you looking over the terrain. He looking at the terrain. You looking at what's over at the end of the goal line. He looking at what he got to go through to get to the goal line. Think about this, ladies. Before y'all get on these platforms and y'all get to bumping y'all gums. Stop taking advice from all these bras that ain't qualified. They ain't never had a good man. Y'all taking advice from motherfucking women that ain't never had a man in her life. And her daddy wasn't there. Granddaddy wasn't there. Uncles them ain't there. And then y'all also taking advice from some females that ain't even walking in your shoes. These females sitting up here from the suburbs trying to tell you girls in the ghetto how you being oppressed. When, in fact, you know that you being oppressed and you trying to come up out of it, but they don't have no solution for you. Not no sensible solution. They don't want you around they men. And they doing this to distract you from being around they men. But at the same time, they taking they men through hell. So how you gonna take advice from a woman that's taking her man through hell when you trying to find happiness within a man? Huh? Let's think about it, ladies. Let's truly think about it for a second. Y'all say that there ain't no good men out here. There's plenty of them from where I see. They own businesses. They may not have no Fortune 500, but they own a business. They got an LLC and they working their shit. Now you, as a woman, as his woman, you supposed to help him build that LLC up to a Fortune 500. Now that's when you talking. Now that's a power couple. Trust me. But see, what I done realized is most of y'all women of today, y'all want the already finished product. And you want to reap the rewards and cause chaos. That's what you want to do. That's not a queen. That's not a woman. That's not a lady. That's a disturbance. For real. That's a disturbance from a disturbed person. I hear so many of these women talking about men and their mental health. Well, it's not making these men and their mental health no better when they got a woman like you that's agitating him and playing games with him. If y'all women want these men to be honest with y'all, then y'all got to come all the way completely honest with them niggas. No holds barred. None. If that's what you looking for in a man. See, men are nothing but mirrors of women. Just like the women are the mirrors of the men. Y'all represent one another when y'all moving around out here in public. That's why when y'all come together as a union, as far as with marriage, y'all both are held responsible for whatever products that y'all put out here. Your children, the way you act out in society, however. This ain't rocket science. It's just common sense. And it seems as though that the alleged, more intelligent, more financially stable species up out of us right now don't get this. They don't get it. Now, it's cool for these people to feel the way that they want. But don't push your bullshit off on everybody else, y'all. For real. If you want to live in misery, then cool. You go on and live in misery. Let these other people find and experience what love really is. Because a lot of these people have been, they don't know what love really is. They've been treated with fucking malice their whole lives. People have dogged them, disrespected them, abandoned them. Understand that. For you girls and you men that's getting involved with people who don't have family members, who don't have loved ones, who've been abused their whole lives. Get this in your mind. Because I really don't see why a motherfucker that, unless they plan on helping these individuals, I really don't see why you even trying to get involved with them. Unless it's to mistreat a motherfucker, to bully on somebody. So when we talking about this, think about it. You don't want your kids bullied on, so why you gonna bully on somebody else's kid? Huh, ladies? Huh, gentlemen? You don't want your kid bullied on, so why you gonna bully on somebody else's? If y'all trying to break some curses, man, it start with you. And it start with your thinking. And it start with you breaking a lot of that bullshit that you was taught. You was taught. Society taught you. Your mama taught you. Your daddy taught you. That same family that you say you love so much taught you a lot of these fucked up values, which erases you from humanity. So ladies, let's get it together. Stop bashing these men. Stop that shit. And get back on track. Because if you don't, y'all gonna be left behind.